Welcome once again to this special edition. Today is October 3rd of 1951. My name is Amy of York, and by my side is my partner Eileen of Lancaster. We are to give you a special night in history.
Good evening, fellow viewers. My name is Eileen of Lancaster, as my colleague has said. Today we have a special night, so go to the ESO or to the cafeteria. Prepare your seats. Do not talk about soccer, leave your cell phones away, and prepare your throats to say "What?" when necessary, but above all, pay attention because it is not easy to make a video.
Thank you, dear partner. And now, with you, this night especially goes to Queen Victoria! Right.
Victoria was born in London, 24 May 1819, the only child of Edward, Duke of Kent, and Victoria Maria Louisa of Saxe-Coburg. She succeeded her uncle, William IV, in 1837 at the age of 18, and her reign expanded the rest of the century. In 1840, she married her first cousin, Prince Albert of Saxe-Coburg-Gotha. For the next 20 years, they lived in close harmony and had a family of 9 children. Victoria never fully recovered from Albert's death in 1861, and she remained in mourning for the rest of her life. During the 70s and 80s, she gradually returned to public view, and with decreasingly pro-imperial sentiment, she was restored to favor with the British public. In 1877, Victoria became Empress of India. Her empire also included Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and large parts of Africa. During this period, Britain was largely involved in European affairs. Apart from the Crimean War from 1853 to 1856, Victoria's Golden Jubilee in 1887 and her Diamond Jubilee in 1897 were celebrated with great enthusiasm, having witnessed a revolution in British government, huge industrial expansion, and the growth of a worldwide empire. Victoria died on 22 January 1901 at Osborne House on the Isle of Wight.
With Queen Elizabeth, England had the Golden Age, but many say that the second Golden Age came with Queen Victoria. I am surprised that Queen Victoria had many empires. I didn't know that.
And if we made a comparison between the life of Elizabeth and Victoria, we find that Elizabeth never married and was named the Virgin Queen. However, Queen Victoria married and had several children. But it is true that both were without the company of a man into old age, because Victoria was left a widow in her 40s.
Both did a great job in England. Each kingdom has its own characteristics, including the fact that England was quite different at the age of Queen Victoria.
The Industrial Revolution promoted the world's first industrial and consumer-oriented society in Britain. Good evening, everybody. Here we are at the port of the city to welcome you again to this special edition of Queen Victoria's Life. Here we are looking for a person to interview, and here we have somebody. Hello, good evening. What's your name?
Hello, lady. My name is Albert Duncan.
And what do you do, Albert?
Well, I am a worker from the Industrial Revolution.
Really? And can you tell us what is this Industrial Revolution?
Of course, I can. Well, the Industrial Revolution is a social, economic, technological big change that began in England.
Really? And did this change brought good things for the workers like you?
Well, good things, yes, because it started with textile industry. And as it started, the managers of the industry won a lot of money. and that was a lot of money for the government. That means that we have more train rails and some things like that.
Thank you. And surely this change brought bad things as well. What were those things?
Well, it was really hard for us workers because just 5% of the population was the high class. 16% of the population were the middle class. It just, well, not just, it's a big percentage because there was 80% of the population, we were the lower class. And it was really hard because we have to work a lot of hours. We have to work a lot of hours, like from 12 to 16 hours, and we were not well paid. We were poor. In some cases, we have to take our children to work into the industries. And it was really sad because the managers did not hear about our meetings, you know? That's it.
Oh, that's very sad for the workers. But surely you have some fun, really?
Oh yeah, we have a lot of fun. We have the cabarets and a lot of sex and drugs going crazy around us. It was really, really fun, you know? It got really fun.
Anything else you can tell us about this Industrial Revolution?
What?
Anything else you can tell us about this Industrial Revolution?
Well, there were, in fact, there were two times. The first Industrial Revolution and then the second Industrial Revolution. Our queen was Queen Victoria, and that's the fun comes with the Victorian era because with the Victorian era began that things of the cabarets, the dancing, and the theater. Well, there were just a few theaters or a few places to get fun, but there were, and it was crazy, you know. It was like alcohol, sex, and drugs running all the way. That's it.
A fashion show is being held at Buckingham Palace right now. We have got a live contact with our correspondent, Eileen of Lancaster.
Hello everybody, welcome to Buckingham Palace. Here is being held the London Fashion Week show of the year. If you want to know what colors will be the latest fashion this year, if you want to know what dresses you must have this year, do come here and take a look. So let's see what's going on the runway. Here we have the first dress of the season, a beautiful bicycle riding suite, especially for those sunny days. Look at that hat, oh my god, full of flowers and feathers. Have you seen anything more beautiful than this? I don't think so. Here we have one of the most beautiful colors of the season. This beautiful green will be used tons of times. If you don't have a dress in this color, don't dare go outside in the street. You need this color. You will look awesome. You will look like a queen in the street. And here we have the most beautiful wedding dress in the world. If you don't have a dress like this, you can't get married. Please, bridegroom, get a dress like this. Don't go to church if you are not dressed like this. This is the most beautiful wedding dress of the season. Get it now! And here comes the sad part of the season, the mourning dress. You need a dress like this when you lose someone you love. Yvette, are you happy? Of course you are not. You are mourning someone you love. You need a dress like this to do a proper mourning. Your prayers won't reach heaven if you don't have a dress like this. Please buy it now. And here comes the fashion star of the London Fashion Week 1951. If you buy this dress, you are gonna be the most happy woman in earth. If you buy this dress, all your dreams are gonna come true. Buy it. Buy it.
Now, I have prepared for you another interview with a doctor named Alice Plants. She's going to talk to us about the medicines of Victorian era.
Hello, fellow viewers. My name is Amelie of York, At Victorian's era, there were a lot of people that used to travel to America and Africa. Today, we have a special guest. We have with us to Dr. Alice Plants. Good evening, Dr. Alice.
Good evening. It's very grateful to be here.
I am glad to.
Yes.
Dr. Alice, can you tell me something about medicines for women?
Yes, there is a medicine very good for medicine, for women. It comes headache and, for those menstrual pain for women to, those pains. And it's a orangine. It is very effective. Only I can get it for you.
Can you tell me more about the side effects of it?
Yes, you only have some side effects, like heart attack and that, but it's not 100% possibility.
Okay, I will never take it. Can you tell me something more about other medicines?
Yes, I can tell you about this Mentolin. It was created in the Victorian age too. And there are some fake copy mambo, but there are from wax. But this is for the skin of the women, women. And this is very effective. I will give this to a present for you.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Alice. Dr. Alice, I have a doubt.
Yes.
I want to know something more about the Cabot cigarette. Do you know something about that?
Yes, I know a very little. It is good for asthma and cataract, but I'm against drugs. Don't do drugs, but if you need it,
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Alice. I am so glad to have you today.
Me too. Very thank you.
Now we can go on.
Thank you, Dr. Alice Plants. And now, to finish this special edition, we have our top tourist destinations that Queen Victoria used to travel for you to enjoy. Thank you.